soaking wet. Look at
Bring
that.
out that water.
I know that you are having a hard time right now. That everything seems to crumble around you.
Well, I just got rained on. I had to go in and change because I was soaking wet. But look at the garage, how much of a mess it is. That's all our seed that's just got soaking wet. It is piled up here. Also got our new hunting stuff. We have to get a new blind because our blind had been weathered from last year. But that's ryegrass seed and wheat seed. That'll be what we place in the really in the deer paddock, of course, for deer hunting, but really also for the cows. We'll also place it where the calves are now once the calves move out, next to the dairy extension and the other side, and we'll do rye and wheat in the pine paddock, the forest paddock, the one that the cows are in now. So every paddock that basically is getting left from here will be planted. But that was like $300 or $400 worth of seed because seed expense is up tremendously, and it just got soaking wet in cardboard bags, like natural paper sacks. So still dark. I had to come on out though, and I've got some more onions, some more garlic I got to get planted. We are really over planning this year. I say that every year, and we go over and above every year, because again, our goal is to always plant more than we need so we can preserve and sustain even through the seasons of off growing. We're going to go ahead and get the stuff that we need. We've already broke our garlic down. We also have already got the bulbs planted for about 150 onions. We're going to try to plant about another 150, and that should give us 300 head of onion. You know, say we lose 50, if we get 250, and then we can preserve, dry, and make powder out of them, that'll be a success. It is nasty out here today. Our Swiss chard is doing really good. Our Brussels sprouts are doing good too. I think a chicken got out and got to some of our Brussels sprouts, so we had to cut some of the bad ends off. We fed them to the worms and to the rest of the chickens. Well, there's a few pieces of lettuce coming up right there. There's one cluster. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clusters there. There's a few more coming up over there. Usually they're a little bit stronger. I'm getting a little disheartened about the lettuce. I might be replanting. Is we need our rake. Look at our winter tomatoes. We'll leave these in the greenhouse. They're looking phenomenal. Misty's been babying them, and we got this fan right here that's pushing on them. In a good climate, the tomatoes are doing really good. We're just gonna repot them in bigger. All the citrus is doing well. The aloe's doing good. So Misty's really doing well with the greenhouse. Okay, so let's get some organic fertilizer. Let's get our rake, and let's get our bulbs, and we'll be ready to plant.
Open it. I'm a little jealous.
Why? Because it's for us. Mom?
Because y'all get stuff in the mail and I don't.
Well, you can get stuff. You get stuff. Yeah. Daddy gets coffee. He likes that. Get it? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes. What is that? Cool, look at that.
So when we go light a fire outside, this is like a fire starter, but it does rainbow.
Rainbow, oh is so cool.
Have y'all ever seen that before?
Only in shows, TV shows.
So it's like a fire starter that we can put down at the fireplace, but it's gonna have like a rainbow fire.
Colors. Hey, we're sitting in just that magic. Thank you, Good Morning with Farms. Thank you, Good Morning with Farms.
thank you guys again. Morningwood Farms, we know that you're very faithful to always watch our channel. You know, I mentioned to you guys that we read all of our comments. Y'all come like family to us. We know y'all by name, and the kids love those happies. It thrills them, and we appreciate it very much. All you guys rock. You're awesome. Thank y'all very much. We'll definitely be enjoying that by the fireplace.
This first section is onions that we planted, and this is where we're going to be planting more onion and garlic right there. We've got the holes put in. We're going to actually go a little deeper on these than the raised bed. The raised beds don't tend to wash. These beds tend to wash just because they're down here in the main garden. A little piece of weed. So we want these a little deeper so they won't wash and have issues later. It's been raining. It's still got a chance of rain all day. These loofahs are still booming. I kind of wish they'd kind of get to a stopping point in that and the okra, because both of them, I need to get that part of the garden cleaned up. We're actually going to be planting some medicinal herbs there. We'll talk more about that over the next coming few weeks when we plant. I'm excited about that too. They're perennial herbs that will come back each and every year. We used to try to keep the turkeys in, and we do still, but they kind of get out and do what they want to do. And they don't cause problems. Like chickens like to scratch up our gardens and kind of eat everything in sight. The turkeys we haven't seen do that, so I think we're gonna be okay with letting them just hang out for a little bit. They'll walk on the front yard. They're beautiful, so it allows me to kind of just enjoy them being here. We got half the onions planted. We got the rest of the half to do. We'll put some garlic there, and then I gotta find another place for the garlic because we have more garlic than we have room in this bed. Misty said this year we're growing a ton of garlic and a ton of onions, and every year we do that with some crop, and it happens to be broccoli, onions, and garlic this year. It's just warm, wet, humid, and miserable. And it's so wet in the garden, I'm just like, my boots are getting stuck in the dirt. Cleared out a spot in our new beds. Gorgeous this bed is. So we're gonna put the rest of the garlic here because a lot of these marigolds and peppers, look at these big beautiful peppers here. All of this will eventually die on because of the weather. So we're gonna put the garlic here, and then that way we have something in this forever bed, what we call our kitchen garden bed, or our new bed that we built where, you know, it was just yard. I would tell you guys, start thinking edible landscape. Start thinking about your beautification as things you can eat and medicinal uses. You know, these marigolds we can use, we can dry, we can have for the bees, we can use as a repellent for our tomatoes, and there's just so many different ways to utilize this stuff. Sometimes it's just for beauty, but there's always, with the beauty, there's always something else you can utilize it for. So do your research, use the plants, use your gardens wisely, and plant everywhere you can. I can't stress it enough. You're going to see the importance of it, especially over the next few years, and realizing that food is going to be harder to get, harder to grow, harder to find. Tell us what you're doing. So are you growing winter gardens? Leave a comment below telling us what you are planning on doing. If you are growing fall gardens, transitional gardens, if you think you're trying to grow more, I want to know what you think. And if you have not seen the process of building these little beds, we built these beds in 5 and 10 minute times. We've got a video, we'll link it up, to show how easy it is to make a garden during a food shortage, how you can grow your own food. I'm standing in the midst of about 15 different pepper plants, some lemongrass, marigold, tarragon, thyme, rosemary, carrots. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a balm. Basil, other basil, strawberries, more basil, sage, and we're talking less than, you know, 10 by 10 space. And the beauty of it is all this stuff is falling all these the leaves off the trees and all this old basil and all this old strawberry and all this stuff is just falling, which is making a phenomenal compost to grow your herbs and your gardens in. Look at this. This is some basil, some more peppers, sage. We've got some raspberries growing over there, and look at all these leaves. It doesn't look like leaves can help much, but that's a perfect compost. And where we just planted that garden, look at that open spot. It's not much, but we planted 35 cloves just right there. That one little walkway is now 35 cloves of garlic that may make 30 to 35 new garlic heads. Utilize your space, guys. Understand the value of it. And because you grow so much right here, guess what? You can't hardly have any weeds. It makes weeding very easy. I weeded around the edge, picked a few little leaves here and there out, and pretty much it's all clear because you've got it so crowded with food, weeds don't have a place to grow.
When the chores don't stop.
Yep. I got the garlic and onion planted and got Misty's okra, but I'm soaking wet.
Bring out that water. Yeah, this is what, the second time it has flooded today?
Yeah, this is my second time to be covered and wet. Rain. It's crazy. Look at this. I can probably wring out my hair. Look at my hat. I can't hardly see it. Wait till you see my jeans. I think I weigh 20 more pounds. And even busted a hole in my sock too.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, no, really.
Tell that poor boy to buy some socks.
Hey, I got boots from somebody. Can somebody send me socks, please? Socks, socks, please.
All right, I think you're gonna have to call it a day. I don't think it's gonna slack up.
No, I think I'm done working for the day.
Hey, but I do need my eggs.
So now I gotta go back and get them? All right, I'm gonna go back and get them.
You wanna know who you can fuss at for that?
Who?
The chicken man.
Chicken man.
That don't get the eggs. So we feed them, but we don't get the eggs that they give us.
Well, let's go get them since I'm soaking wet.